There is a lot of construction at the university, and while it does seem like a short-term inconvenience, really what it is, it's the goals of the university. It's going to be a benefit for students, faculty, and staff. We have a campus that operates, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And a lot of work needs to go into maintaining and keeping the buildings and the roadways and all the facilities, up to date and to where they should be. The initial conversation about the North Residential District and possibly having students live on campus for 2 years, that began in 2007. It wasn't until about 2011 then when the Board of Trustees approved the plan for the STEP program and started to move forward with the whole process. In 2013, the construction began, and then in 2016, the construction is scheduled to be complete.
I mean, it's not too bad, but it's overall kind of annoying going to get some stuff, and you gotta go certain ways to get all places, and not always the shortest way. So you gotta take an extra 10 minutes to go places sometimes, and that does get annoying. That definitely gets annoying.
Real day-to-day one that you see is just the walking to class and stuff. Right when they put up the barriers, you're trying to figure out which way to go, and there's construction signs and whatnot. But other than that, day-to-day life hasn't changed a whole lot as far as the construction. Getting to High Street's a lot more difficult now. We're kind of fenced in because you have to walk out to Lane and then go across High Street, and that's a lot harder now than it used to be, other than just cutting across the parking lot out there. So that definitely is a lot harder now.
I think what we've done is work with students so they know what's going on. We've sought their input on things that we can do, the sand volleyball court being a perfect example. And so we work very closely with the students, both in that area and the students on campus in general, to make it as least disruptive as we possibly can. And the sand volleyball court was a perfect example. Originally, that was inside the construction fence. But because students said that was very popular and that was something they would like to keep during construction, we were able to maneuver things a bit so that we could make sure that would still be available. So the sand volleyball court is still there thanks to student input.
Well, personally, I know, last year I played roller hockey 3 or 4 times a week, and then this year they took it down, so we've got to go, I don't know, a mile or so to the next closest roller rink, and can't get out there to play basketball as often. Those ones are shut down. The ones over by Taylor Tower are still open at the moment, but I'd imagine those are going eventually. I don't know what the grand plan is there.
As of right now, the project is proceeding as planned. We are on schedule. This summer there will be some more enabling work with some excavation and some of the foundations to buildings being laid.
Having Krill Drive closed not closed, but a lot more limited access is a little bit tough too. I'm curious to see how move-out's going to work here in the next couple weeks. I imagine it's going to be pretty chaotic out there with 1,000 residents moving out between Taylor and my building, Hauk, and people all wanting to move out on the same days. It's not going to be pretty out there, but I'm sure you're going to have some frustrated parents, so we'll see how that goes.
We did a lot of communication. We started off long before the fences ever came up. We had focus groups, we had random groups of students, we did websites, we've got a Twitter account that we started some time ago, and all of that is still in use. So there was a lot of communication with students about what was coming, why it was coming, and what this was all about.
It all kind of goes back to the One Ohio State framework. The framework is the guide that determines change at the university over a period of time. And basically what it is, the academic mission, is what drives the physical environment at the university.
I think for most students, it's simply knowing what's going to happen and what's next. So they know, okay, there's a fence going up here, so I can't go this way, now I'll have to go that way. Getting students to know that that's what's going on is important to them, and it's important to us.
Definitely having that space over by Halloran there completely gone. Can't go play soccer on the roller rink or play roller hockey. Or that part kind of stinks up on North Campus. The Scott lawn is gone now. You used to be able to go lay out there and just hang out with friends. That part kind of does stink.
It just comes up if you're going toward High Street or something, and you gotta walk through, you gotta walk around now, or you go toward cut through and you have to jaywalk across now. So it's just kind of, that is, you can get hit. I don't want to be getting hit, so.
Next!